Hello and welcome to day 32, or day 1 of the second month of my 365-day programming journey. We got through a whole month, not a single day did I miss a video on. Sometimes I kind of had to cheese it a little bit with the live streams, but other than that, did pretty well. So today I want to talk about my Mythos Animator. And if you look at my videos prior to the start of the Programming 365, you'll notice that there's actually 2 videos about this already on my channel. Those were pretty good, but this is a much more refined version of that. Those previous versions focused more on getting it working, while this version focuses more on getting it working well. So let's take a look at what it can actually do. So if we go ahead and hit play here, so there's not a lot going on immediately. You'll notice a lot of the buttons are actually grayed out. We can still hover over them, but they don't actually do anything. We can move this, but it also doesn't do anything. And we have 4 windows here for debug, preview, layer controls, and frame controls. I still need to update the frame controls text, but that's fine. So we have a load and new are the only 2 things we could do. So we can actually start a new sprite sheet. And we have a few options here. So let's go ahead and click on human base and just call it human base. Now we can create an animation. So we have our sprite sheet here, but we don't really have anything we can do with it at the moment because our bounds aren't set. There's just 0 and 1, so that's not really good. So let's go all the way to 63 and we'll set our stop. So now you'll see that our bounds is now in between these 2. So with this, we now can use it in an animation. So if we hit apply to demo, we can now see it in the window here in the middle, and this is what it would look like in game. We have our frame count here, which is usually set to 8 because a lot of the animations are already going to be 8 frames, but if needed, we can set it down to 3. So it's good to go there, and it's not saved, so let's go ahead and save it. So now this is a saved scriptable object in our actual file here. So we go to Mythos Animator, animations. Now we have all these animations, and these have a lot of information that these in-game sprites will use, or these in-game entities will use to determine what animation it should be playing, what stop frame, or what start and stop frame, and how many frames per direction. So each direction is going to have 8 frames for this walking animation. So let's go ahead and create a new one. Let's see if this hair one works. I don't actually know if all of these are valid. So I'll do hair base. Okay, that's not bad. So since we already know the walking animation is, 63 frame, or 63 from 0, because it's 0 index, so it's 64 frames. We can actually go to here, go to, yeah, it looks good, and then we'll apply it to the demo. And now our character has hair. And we can also load in old files, like we already have these pants, that's called test pants. We load them in. The preview looks a little weird, but if we go ahead and apply it to the demo, it looks fine. We can move the pants up and down through the little preview window here. But I am actually noticing an issue that I had not noticed before. For some reason, it's loading in these previews at the incorrect index, or it's not, it's not going to all of the same one, because this one's at 63, but this one is at frame 0. So if we go ahead and put this at frame 63, it'll actually line up, or actually rather we'll go to frame 0 on these. So we do that, and now our preview lines up with it. So that is that's a little quirk with the preview window, but as you can see, it works just fine in game. And we have a bounds here, which just goes between the 0 and 63. We have a sheet that can go through the whole thing, and then we have a frame by frame, which can loop back around. Set start, which just sets the start frame index. Set stop, that sets the stop index. Save changes, apply demo. Pretty straightforward. We can actually hide things in the preview. I don't believe that actually affects the preview in the middle here, or the entity demo, but it's a good way to at least hide certain elements when you're trying to put together some animations. And I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great, what day is it? Hope you have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.